Hello friends, and welcome to another Modern League. We are back to Yawgmoth combo, playing one of my favorite decks. This is a deck that I have built in paper, and I've continued to play it quite happily here online. One of the great things about playing Yawgmoth combo online is it will stack the triggers for you, in the sense that it will really give you a great idea of how the combo works so that you can operate the deck in paper. I found that when I started playing on Magic Online, my understanding of the rules of Magic and how the stack works definitely leveled up. This hand looks fine. They have Lurrus. Reclamation Sage might be good. We are missing out on black mana, but we've got a turn 1 Young Wolf, and we can turn to Chord of Calling for Dryad Arbor if we like. Set up the Eldritch Evolution. Let's see what we draw. Okay, so this is hammer time, so Reclamation Sage will be good. Nurturing Peatland, so we could put down Cutthroat if we like. And then we could evolve the Cutthroat into Yawgmoth, or we could put down Rec Sage. I don't think we attack. Young Wolf could be a pretty good blocker, keeping the Esper Sentinel back. They could, for example, have Sigarda's Aid plus Hammer and attack for 11. We would want to block that. And while it's definitely better for us to have a higher life total than the opponent, it's not entirely necessary. We are sacrificing one of the important pieces to get to Yawgmoth early, but Yawgmoth versus Hammer Time is very good. So we could kill the Pure Steel Paladin right now, or we could pass turn. I kind of like pass turn here. I don't think they're going to be able to interact with Yawgmoth. It has protection from humans, so it blocks either of these easily. And we can set up to kill the opponent with Messenger with Chord of Calling. Starting next turn, we can do it at instant speed. Kind of interested in going for it right now. I don't think the opponent's going to have interaction for this. So we're going to start the combo here. First thing, we're going to put a minus counter onto the Esper Sentinel, sacrificing Geralf's Messenger. Geralf's Messenger undies, comes back, drains 2 more, always yield to Yawgmoth. And now we're just going to put the counter back and forth between Geralf's Messenger and Young Wolf. So target first, then the creature you sacrifice. And since we have more life than the opponent, this loop allows us to win the game. We are going to be drawing cards and losing life as we do this, So if we have less life than the opponent, this combo will not kill from here. We would need another piece, typically the Zulaport Cutthroat, or we also have access to Essence Warden, would also work there. Okay, so facing Hammer Time, we could bring in Void Mirror. I don't think actually Void Mirror works against Hammer Time at all. We could bring in Fatal Push, Force of Vigor. Grist is okay. I'm definitely going to like keep the Grist, but I don't think that we want to make an extra one. Endurance might be good as well. They are a Luris deck, but I have to be careful about overboarding. And we also, like, Yawgmoth is already so good against them. And we're already bringing in some good cards. We have to take cards out, which is not easy in this deck. Need to keep Hapatra. Hapatra is very good in this match. So I'm just deciding on what my last cut will be. We've got about a minute to figure that out. Leaning towards Strangleroot Geist. I like to have I like the Geist in the sense that it's a blocker, which is why I wouldn't want to take out 2 Geists and just leave all my messengers, but I think I can cut to 3 and 3 on my more expensive Undying creatures here, and keep like all my 4 of my Young Wolves, obviously. Don't think I'm really forgetting anything here. Alright, let's go with this. Yep. It's slow, but we'll keep it. Hope for some good draws off the top. Probably slam Wall of Roots turn 2 to get Yawgmoth out turn 3. And then maybe we have time to sacrifice Wall of Roots to kill a creature that tries to carry a hammer, if we're lucky. Nice. Opponent is running Mishra's Baubles and Esper Sentinels. Hey there, Dark Shrooms. We're playing against Hammer Time. So they use their baubles. I mean, both looking at us, I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I would have wanted to order those a little bit differently. I think if our opponent had used one during our upkeep, and then the other during our end step, they would have seen what we'd drawn for turn, and what was on top of our deck for us to draw on the next turn. So they would have gotten more information that way. Wow, Hammer with Baubles? Yeah, absolutely. Hammer with Baubles is a good time. Oh, okay. No attacks? No, this is definitely going to just smack me for a bunch of damage. I could be dead. Oh, well, that might be the best draw in the deck. Really wish I could cast Yawgmoth and still have Fatal Push, but Wall of Roots only produces green mana, so I think we just play Hapatra for now and pass the turn. Okay, so they're only swinging in with this one, so we can Fatal Push it. And then we get to untap with Yawgmoth and Hapatra. Woo, Yawgmoth. What's up, Savage? Thank you for joining us. Oh, it looks like the Fatal Push is working out, so we get to untap and cast Yawgmoth. Let's go. Decent. Alright, pass back, I suppose. No reason to get aggressive here. I guess we could potentially attack with Hapatra. They'd make a Sagan token here and make a Sori. Are they going to make a Construct? I think they probably should. I think they should probably make Construct here. Oh no! The Fatal Push, or, sorry, Path to Exile. That sucks. Gonna have to kill their Construct and their Thopter. No, it has protection from humans, so we cannot use it to sacrifice itself. So we can do this a few times, but we lose life every time we do it. Oh, probably should have killed the Ornithopter there. That was a bit of a punt. So I lost an extra life there, but I guess we're drawing an extra card, so it's not that bad. Replacement Yawgmoth. And I think at this point, that's everything we can do. Oh, we have the 2 force in hand already. Unfortunate. Would have loved a boost of mana there. So I'm thinking they're probably going to activate the Inkmoth Nexus. Go get Hammer, put Hammer on Nexus, and then if they have land, we lose. We can just hit F6 here. We have no more plays. Does that set up equal infinite creature removal as long as you have life? Yeah, as long as I have life, I can continue to sacrifice a snake to put a -1/-1 counter on the opponent's creature. And if I have something like Essence Warden, then I can just do it for as many cards as I have in the deck. Or if I have Khalni Cutthroat. Oh, I get to block? Nice. That is so sweet. Okay. Did not think we would actually get here. So we go Wall of Roots Yawgmoth, I think. And then just pass. And try and win the game next turn. Nope. This time I slotted out the Ivy Oak combo. I've done that previously, so if you check some of my previous leagues, it's actually in the title if I've used that combo. You can check those out on YouTube. Okay, pass turn. I guess we could attack here with Hapatra. I think that feels pretty safe. Ooh, Sanctifier. Sure, sure. That's a pretty good one. It's not going to stop our combo, fortunately. Head to our turn. Nice. Alright, don't think we really need, like, to play the Urborg here. I think we just slam the Forest. We can play Geist and then evolve Geist into Cutthroat, and we should just be able to win here. How do you feel this deck runs against Amulet Titan? It's a race. Amulet Titan is really fast and consistent with Urza Saga, but, I mean, if we get the play, then I'm pretty confident. And there are some pretty good options, like we have ways to kill their amulets. I think we're about to be up a match. Go get Cutthroat. Put a minus counter on Strangleroot Geist. Sacrifice Snake. Put a minus counter on nothing. Sacrifice Geist. Put a counter on Geist. Sacrifice Snake. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. We were able to demonstrate the combo. An opponent conceded. We still had plenty of time on the clock here with 15.5 minutes. I have been playing slowly this match. So if we had gone to a game 3, I might have been in a little bit of danger. But yeah, we managed to get it in 2, so no problem. Using the Zulaport Cutthroat and the Strangleroot Geist, we easily were able to play through the Sanctifier on Vec, which would have shut off the Geralf's Messenger. Not a huge fan of this hand, but it's okay. We get turn 3 Yawgmoth. We don't do anything on turn 1. I mean, turn 3 Yawgmoth is pretty good. Let's try it. And we're on the play, so hopefully doing basically nothing on turn 1 isn't going to bite us in the ass. Forest and Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Play Geist, attack with Geist, and pass back to opponent. So opponent's got basic forest with a Sprawl on it. Sprawl's naming white. So this is Niv Mizzet, Bring to Light, something like that. Oh, okay, no it's not. This is Enchantress. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Each opponent loses life, you gain life. Okay, so the Cutthroat's going to be good against auras. Another evolution, so we could evolve the Geist, go get Messenger, and then evolve the Messenger into a Yawgmoth, but then we still don't have the combo because each of our Undying creatures has a counter on it. We could go get Rex Sage. So we could get rid of Enchantress Presence. I don't mind that. And then we can evolve the Rex Sage into either a Messenger or a Yawgmoth. I mean, we got so many spells here. We can take one turn to get rid of an Enchantress Presence, hit them for more damage. I think that's fine. So we'll get Rex Sage, kill Enchantress's Presence. And attack with Strangleroot Geist for 3. Get that damage in there too. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Verdant Catacomb would have allowed us to go get the Dryad Arbor, which would have allowed us to reset one of our Undying creatures. And we could have actually just comboed off this turn coming up. Another Presence. Oh, well, there's a Yawgmoth off the top. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Yawgmoth. And then we have 3 creatures, so the Chord's not going to work. I'm wondering if it's better to still just Eldritch Evolution the Rex Sage after combat to go get Messenger rather than play the Yawgmoth here. Yeah, absolutely could play Blood Moon. Thank you for the reminder. So we could go get Forest, and then we would have 3 green sources for the Chord of Calling to still resolve. We can play Yawgmoth here. If they have Blood Moon and we turn the Reclamation Sage into a messenger, playing Blood Moon just kills them because they die to what we have on board. Can't remember. Is Dryad Arbor a creature with a Blood Moon on the board? Alright, so opponent is in a difficult position here. We have them dead on board, so they need to deal with our undying creatures. They do have options, though. They could play Confinement, which would nullify the damage. They could play On Thin Ice, which would remove one of the creatures from the board. Starting with an Abundant Growth to redraw. Okay, here's Banishing Light, so that is going to get rid of one of our creatures here. Getting rid of the Geralf's Messenger, very good choice. But it looks like we might be able to just Chord of Calling here for another Strangleroot Geist and kill them that way. Actually, Dryad Arbor kills them, so let's do that. Cool. So I think we're going to want Force of Vigor for a start. Thoughtseize is a little bit of a liability. They give themselves Shroud. I think we'll probably want to take out Grist. We'll have to take out something else. Hello, hello. How's it going, friend? Thank you for the follow. For which matchups are the Void Mirrors? Anything that's casting the Cascade, sorry. So Living End, Crashing Footfalls. So we got 2 lands, we got Young Wolf, Strangleroot Geist. I think we'll keep this. Hey, I see some people are coming back. Thanks a lot. I did get disconnected there. Internet went out briefly. But we're back. Okay, so our opponent is mulliganing heavily here. They're down to 5 cards. Okay, so our opponent has made their decision on what cards to keep, and we're back in it. They're starting with a forest, and it looks like they do have the mana ramp with Utopia Sprawl. So a solid start for a 5-card hand. Okay, we draw Yawgmoth, so we're really just looking for lands now. Might be interested in using Chord of Calling turn 3. I don't know, we'll see. Patrickster 253, thanks for the follow, friend. So opponent's got all their lands. Uh-oh. Blood Moon. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Our hand is kind of garbage against Blood Moon. So it looks like we'll probably be going to a game 3 here. So we will be able to sideboard for that one. If we had the Force of Vigor, we would still potentially have an out here. We could have Force of Vigor the Blood Moon by discarding like a Chord of Calling. But because of the DC, we don't have it. Hey, Maxi, thanks for the follow, or thanks for the luck. Nice helixes. Get in for that damage. So this is still a green creature, right? So if we draw Forest, we can Chord of Calling? What would we get with Chord of Calling? If we draw Forest, we could only Chord of Calling for 2, so we could go get Wall of Roots, and then the next Chord of Calling could get rid of Blood Moon. Well, there's a Wall of Roots, so if we get Forest, we can play Wall of Roots, and that gets us a ton of green mana for Chord of Calling. We just need to naturally draw that Forest, and there are 2 in the deck. Oh, you say you're on the edge of buying this deck in paper. Well, it is a fine choice. It will not break the bank. It's a very fun deck to play. It's one of my favorite decks anyway. Okay, so opponent's going to start putting it out of reach here. They've got 2 Enchantresses, so they're going to be able to start drawing 2 cards for every enchantment they play. They're drawing themselves right out of this mulligan. And we need to specifically draw 1 card in order to get anywhere. Alright, let's attack with this Yawgmoth. They'll just take the 1 damage. Turn clock, let's go. Let me take care of that for you. Ooh, Abundant Growth draws 3 cards? They set up quite the ancestral recall there. Oh, well, if 1 is good, 2 must be better. Abundant Growth, draw 3 cards. Sanctum Weaver giving them the mana, and it is another enchantment, so that's another 2 draws. I'd say this one is out of range. We really needed to hit that forest. Just kind of luck into it. We missed the forest, but... Oh no, this isn't going to get us the plant. It's just going to come in as a mountain. Damn. I thought like, oh, we can get the plant and we can Chord of Calling and kill the Blood Moon, and no. Blood Moon has Shroud, and we do not get plant. It's too late. It's too late for us. Alright, let's get that sideboard going. Force of Vigor, please. Get rid of Grist, get rid of Spellskite. Classic 1/1 Mountain Dryad. Just needed 1 more green creature. We could have Chord of Calling with it. Hey there, blind. I'm going to take out one of the Geralf's Messengers because it targets. So they could easily give themselves a Shroud, and Geralf's Messenger would not work. Okay, so that's putting us down on cards. Don't know about minus on the Yogg. And is Grist going to be really that great? I mean, it does hit their creatures. They do have a couple, as long as their creatures don't have Shroud. It's not the worst. I don't really like the Thoughtseize in this matchup because they could like slam Leyline and then we just have a dead card. Oh yeah, the ult can give us the game. Each opponent loses life equal to the creature cards in your graveyard, so that doesn't even target. I like that. Oh, hey there, Patrickster. I've decided to play this deck once every 2 weeks on Fridays because I love the deck so much and I want to play it. So I'm just forcing it. Every Friday I'm going to play a deck that I love and I believe that I can do well with. Yeah, if they have Rip, that's a problem. We do have, you know, answers to Rip. but we would have to reset on the Grist because it does not count cards in exile. Alright, see if we can get some mana dorks here. Ugh. Awful. Mulligan this. This is better. We can get Basic Forest, which sets up Rec Sage. Keep this. Gotta get rid of one card. I'm thinking probably... we can't really get rid of... Yeah, we can get rid of one land because we have Wall of Roots, and that'll let us cast the Rec Sage. So just get... I think I'll just get rid of Nurturing Peatland here. Could also get rid of the Geralfs, but, you know, it's a combo piece. Alright, we're going to drop the Messenger, keep the land so we can get that mana for Chord of Calling. Start with Verdant Catacombs, pass. Hey, thanks. It was a close one, but I think we're going to be fine with that. It is pretty hard to cast, and if they get a Blood Moon, it's basically impossible. Are you not afraid of the endless removal from blue-red or Luris decks now in Modern? It depends on the removal. Destruction-based, damage-based, not as much. Exile effects, definitely. Okay, we'll go get Basic Forest and play a Wall of Roots. Oh, we get another Verdant Catacombs, so we could go get a Swamp with that before they have an opportunity to do any shenanigans. Single black mana doesn't help us a lot. I think we'll still go for it, though. And if the Twilight Mire is allowed to do its work, then it'll be pretty easy for us to get our various colors. Mr. Fahrenheit, good morning. I think we can actually just hit F6 here. We have 13 minutes on the clock, which should be plenty, but you never know. Ignoble Hierarch. So we could play Hierarch and Rec Sage, or we could play Hierarch and Chord of Calling. So if we play Hierarch, we use the Wall of Roots, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could Chord of Calling for 3. I don't know, I kind of like Rec Sage, get rid of Enchantress presence. Play Hierarch, pass turn. So we could Chord for 1 here. I'm not too interested in that. We untap, we get to Chord for 4 easy, which gets us Yogg. Oh, okay. That's a pair of creatures. Essence Warden, not bad, not bad. Play that. Chord of Calling. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 3 more. Okay, Yawgmoth. Gain a life, nice. Alright, let's draw a couple cards, kill a creature. I would love to have one more mana here so that we could kill both of their creatures with only 2 sacrifices. But I need double black mana. If I had thought of that, I could have used the Twilight Mire during their upkeep and killed both creatures. Put a counter on each creature, and then use the green mana from Wall of Roots, turn into double black mana, and proliferate the -1/-1 counters. Target this, sack this. Oh, Yawgmoth? What a draw. How often do you use proliferate? Rarely. It's something that comes up maybe once in every 5 to 10 matches. It's a rare thing, but it can win you a game. And if you manage to use it like that value play that I just mentioned, it's really, really strong. Getting the Yawgmoth here was so good. Basically the perfect draw with the mana that we left ourselves. Force of Vigor. Oh, wow. Speaking of perfect draws. Target Yawgmoth, sacrifice Ignoble. Target Sanctum Weaver, sacrifice Yawgmoth. Bird of Paradise, a Force of Vigor is active. During their turn, of course. Put a counter on Yawgmoth, sacrifice Wall of Roots. And kill their Sanctum Weaver to draw more cards. So I think we have this wrapped up. But who knows? Opponent could show us something that I'm not expecting. Pass turn. Sterling Grove. Other enchantments you control have Shroud, and they can sacrifice it to search for a card. Ghostly Prison. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2. I don't think we care about that. We're not going to attack them for the win. We're going to use Geralf's Messenger for the win. And Cutthroat. So we need 1 more mana to do that. I think we're fine with Messenger because we have an even life total. Did you test Prosperous Innkeeper? I have not. When it was spoiled, I thought it might be a good addition to this deck. Honestly, I don't even know what it does. Could you put it up in chat? Just type card and then the name of the card, Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay, when it enters the battlefield, create a treasure. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Oh, that's really good. It costs 2 mana. I think Essence Warden is a little bit better because it costs 1. But yeah, that's a solid card. Alright, they're tapped out, so this should be GG. Bye! Alright, well thanks a lot for stopping by, and have fun with your bike. Alright, target Yawgmoth, sack Messenger. Let's go combo, let's go. Target Messenger, sack Yawgmoth. Target Yawgmoth, sack Messenger. Opponent scoops. Not a great hand, but I think we keep it. We have a good turn 1 play. Cutthroat's not very good, but we can Chord of Calling for something early, and fingers crossed we get something good off the top. Mostly keeping for that turn 1 Hierarch and the Chord of Calling. Don't see Yorion too much. Okay, so opponent's playing Yorion Taxes, looks like. Eldritch Evolution. So we could evolve the Hierarch into a 3. I don't think that's too hot right now. Probably just play the Cutthroat pass. Getting this onto the battlefield is a little bit risky, but we have the Chord of Calling, so it's an extra pip of mana for Chord. Opponent with Wall of Omens. To draw themselves a card. They're at 6 cards in hand right now. Solitude is important to think of, thank you. We do have a Spellskite in the deck. Oh, that's unfortunate. Another land to draw. I think we probably pass turn and then Chord of Calling for 2 during their turn. Oh, no kidding. Well, thanks for letting me know. Ooh, Dothy Voidwalker is a good one versus us. I think we're probably going to want to go get a Grist to kill that. Chronotog, thanks for the follow. Alright, so we can Chord for a 2, which really aren't that great with Voidwalker on the board. But I feel like we need to do something, or we just did nothing with our 3rd turn. Could go get an Hapatra. Ooh, I like that a lot. Let's go get Hapatra. Grist is rough with Giver on the board, but Hapatra could work. Oh, looks like they got a path. Chylith, thanks for the follow, friend. What are we going to do? I think we just slam the Messenger. Could evolve the Cutthroat into Yawgmoth. But I'm pretty sure they have the path. Although that might have just been a Jedi mind trick. You know? Dothy Voidwalker can't block. Hapatra's not really going to get through, though. Easily blocked by Wall of Omens. Okay, it was an ephemerate. I think if they had Solitude, they would have played it there with Ephemerate. They have a ton of cards in hand, so they probably didn't have it there, but they've also just drawn a ton of cards, so they could easily have it now. Okay, there's Kaya, which can exile a 1-drop, so they can get rid of Ignoble Hierarch if they please. It's looking pretty good here, actually. Go get Dryad Arbor. Do I even need to get Dryad Arbor here? I guess I'm punished if I draw Dryad Arbor. And I don't think there's any problem with getting it now, and then it's not summoning sick. So we evolve the Messenger, go get Yawgmoth, and then start killing their critters. Okay, so they're giving the Voidwalker protection from black. We can respond to this, but we lose the Cutthroat. I think we let the Voidwalker live, and then we can just kill the Kaya with Hapatra in combat. Oh. Choose target creature, you lose 2 life until end of turn. This creature gains, whenever a creature dies, return it to the battlefield. Pfft, that's stupid. Sure, you got it back. I'll just kill it again. Okay, we actually have lethal now, so we'll play Overgrown Tomb, Strangleroot Geist. Okay, opponent scoops him up. Ow, that wasn't actually lethal if we did it that way. We would lose the Strangleroot Geist due to the Voidwalker, but we could combo off on their upkeep. Funny that Cutthroat works through Voidwalker with tokens. Yep. Hapatra is doing a lot of work this league. What am I going to want against Orzhov taxes? Force of Vigor could be okay versus their equipment, but I'm not too hyped about Force of Vigor in this matchup. Grist seems okay, but not great. Fatal Push actually seems okay. I might actually just want to run it back. Got a pretty good setup. The Spellskite is already protecting the Yawgmoth. We have the one of Reclamation Sage if we need an effect to destroy an artifact. I don't think I'm going to make any changes. I'm not a big fan of Veil of Summer here. I mean, like, it would stop a potential Fatal Push or whatever, but I think most of the removal is going to be white. Got another minute for the sideboard here, but I'm pretty confident we're just going to run it back. They probably play Grief. Yeah, they probably do. Veil of Summer gets better if they have Grief. Yeah. I wasn't too sure about the Void Mirror. I thought, like, why not just play Chalice instead? But it's what Hoogland was playing just the other day, so I wanted to give it a try. Have not used it at all, so no data on the Void Mirror yet. You're saying Void Mirror is quite good right now. Is it actually better than Chalice on 0? This hand is so risky. We're on the draw, so we could potentially get to land, and like Hierarch, Wall of Roots, we've got the mana to do some stuff if we draw lands. I think I'm going to keep it. We're going to be really greedy here and try this hand. Land off the top. Always had it. So I think I actually might go for basic forest here. I don't think that's really necessary. I think we can go for Overgrown Tomb. It helps versus E-Tron, makes it a little bit better. That's fair. Chalice is good versus blue-red, etc., so it's pretty close. Okay, that's fair. Okay, here's the Arbiter. Kind of figured that would be something that could rear its ugly head in this matchup. So we have the choice to play another Wall of Roots, or we can play Geist and attack. Geist attack is pretty poor with their Giver of Runes here, so we'll just play another Wall. And pass back, I guess. Lots of mana. And we get a Chord of Calling. Wonderful. Thanks for the follow, friend. I think we go Strangleroot Geist, Geralf's Messenger pass, and try and set up a Yawgmoth turn. Oh, Vanishing Verse, so they're immediately going to exile our Geralf's Messenger. We could attack here. It's pretty free, I think. No, we would lose our Geist. It would be a 3-2, but they could block here, give this protection from green, so pretty free for them to block it. Okay, here's a Voidwalker. We get another messenger. Cool. So let's see here. We could evolution something, I believe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's enough mana to get through the single Arbiter. We could also Chord of Calling for something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could Chord of Calling for a 3. Go get Grist. Kill Voidwalker. And we could sacrifice... No, if we sacrifice the Geist, we don't get it back. Damn. I think I'm just going to go Geralf's Messenger Spellskite. And pass the turn back. Yeah, no blocks. It has shadow, so nothing I can do there. And they pass back to me. Nice. We do draw land here, so we have plenty of mana to go get a thing. If we go get Yawgmoth, we have Spellskite to save it. We can kill the Voidwalker and then do the combo thing. So how much mana do we need for that? We need 2 mana for the Arbiter, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could even leave 1 other thing untapped, or 1 mana unspent. Alright, do we want to do this at instant speed in response to them doing a thing? Because we don't need to do it now. We could wait till their turn to go get Yawg and try and win in response to them doing something. Oh, the problem is Geralf's Messenger. Like, we have less life than the opponent, so we can't actually win that way this turn. Let's put this in tapped. Pass the turn. If I attack with Geralf's Messenger, they can just block, give it pro black. It's nothing. So they're going to Fatal Push the Geist. I think we move in at this point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got so much mana. All right, pay for this. Activate here. Chord of Calling. Go get Yawgmoth. Put a minus counter on Voidwalker. Sacrifice Ignoble Hierarch. Okay, put another counter onto Voidwalker, sacrifice Wall of Roots. Which Wall of Roots have I used the mana for already? Damn it. Cancel this. Okay, so this one I cannot click on, so this is the one I want to sacrifice. They're giving it protection, so let's do it again. Ooh, they're going to destroy my creature. Let's... Oh, go for the throat means that Spellskite doesn't work? The tech! Okay, opponents concedes anyways because they don't realize that my combo isn't going to work here to kill them. We do get to kill their board and draw a ton of cards, so we are still at a very, very advantageous position, but we don't actually win here. This is fine. I like this hand. Keep it. So our plan is Bird of Paradise turn 1, but let's see what the opponent's doing. Horizon Canopy into Ignoble Hierarch. Okay. Horizon Canopy, Noble Hierarch, no companion. Probably humans. Sesame Street's counting. Daft Mans. Thank you for that. Alright, we're going to go get Overgrown Tomb, pay the life. Bird of Paradise, let's go. Probably go Wall of Root, Strangleroot Geist next turn. Getting a basic forest with Catacombs. So they are humans. They do have a couple of cards that we are afraid of, and they also have a very strong clock. Oh, nice draw. Blooming Marsh. Wall of Roots. And Strangleroot Geist. We have a blocker. Not interested in attacking there. I want to set up the combo. We have Cutthroat in hand. So as long as we can keep above 1 life, we want to be at 2 or more, we can combo out. But opponent is putting up quite the clock. So we don't have a lot of time to put together our win con here. Heard this Yawg card has pro-humans. It does indeed. It does indeed. So we'll block. They shouldn't be able to punish us if we block with Wall of Roots, right? So we should just be able to prevent all the damage here. Very nice. Okay, we get Peatland. So I'm thinking Khalni Garden, Cutthroat, and then we can maybe do a Yawg thing. Let's counter mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have Yawg mana, and I think we can still Cutthroat. Because Cutthroat gives us a mana, and then the Wall of Roots refreshes its mana next turn, so that should work out. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Perfect. Reflector Mage. Okay, so we'll let that resolve. It's going to target the Strangleroot Geist. Perfect. Go get Yawgmoth. Sacrifice. Sorry, hold on a second here. I think I just got a little bit confused. Cancel. Okay. Target Geist, sacrifice, plant. Protection from humans. Exactly. Okay, and then sacrifice this. So we're going to kill something. Just maybe put a counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. Very possible. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. I should have responded to that trigger. We would have got the kill. Small mistake on my part. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but it could. Okay, go to blocks. Block here. I think we can just take the 4 this turn. I don't need to lose a creature. We already have the Cutthroat, so we don't need to worry about being at more or less life than the opponent. We just need to find another Undying creature. There it is. Just gotta ask, right? Alright, target, sack. Opponent should have bounced Cutthroat. Yeah, probably right. That would have made a big difference there. Huge difference. Target, sack. Target, sack. Alright, we're going to do this quick here. Not going to be paying attention to chat for a minute. Target, sack. If we got to do the whole thing, it's a lot of clicks. Target, sack. Target, sack. Target, sack. Target, sack. Huh, that was... Oh, damn it. I did something backwards. That's the first time I've ever done that. Well, it happens sometimes, I guess. Damn it. So they're at 7. How much mana do we have? Okay, this still works, so we can evolution and save this? Go get messenger. Target, sack. Not punished. Target, sack. Nice. Whew. Okay. Bit of a stumble there, but we still managed to grab the game. So playing against humans, I like the Grist. I like the Fatal Push. Gotta take 3 cards out. Reclamation Sage isn't too hot. Could probably get rid of that. What do humans have in their sideboard? What did I have in my sideboard last time I played humans? It wasn't that long ago. Sanctifier on Vec. Oh no, because I was playing an Imperial Recruiter version, so they're going to have a different setup than I would. I'm going to get rid of one of my messengers. They come into play tapped. They're not a good blocker. And I think I'm going to get rid of one of my dorks. Seven hammer times? Yeah, I love hammer time, and I've played a different version almost every time. Just wondering if I want to sub the Birds of Paradise out for Ignoble Hierarch. I don't think so. This hand looks great. Savage with the sub. Thank you so much for the support. Cheers, enjoy the emotes. Champion of the Parish, that is probably going to be what we end up hitting with the Fatal Push, but that's going to be a couple of turns away. Got to get this Wall of Roots and another Yawgmoth down first. That is going to hit one of our cards here, Chord of Calling or Fatal Push. I do potentially get to block here. I only prevent 2 damage, though. I think Yawgmoth is never going to trade with Champion of the Parish, so I'm just going to keep it around, and I can get a better chump block later, I think. Mystical Pot, hello, hello. Been out of Yawg for a while. Fair enough. I think the deck is still great, though. I think that it's fine in the current meta. Oh, the Ignoble Hierarch. I am into that. Can attack with Yawgmoth if we want. Do we want to attack with Yawgmoth, or do I want to keep it back as a potential blocker? I think we can take one more hit, but is the 2 damage we're putting forward really going to do us any good? Opponent is going to be able to pressure our life total. I don't know that we're ever going to reasonably have more life than the opponent. Oh, fair, fair, fair. I would be quite out of date if I were still only playing on paper. When the pandemic started, I just basically didn't play Magic for, I think, like 6 months. I'm going to pass. Decided not to attack. We could Chord of Calling for a 1 here, but I don't think that's of any value. Let's just wait and go get Yawg. Thalia's Lieutenant, yep, that'll happen. Might be actually interested in blocking the Champion of the Parish this turn, preventing 4 damage. I think that's reasonable. You say you had to quit MTG for a while. Sorry to hear that, but I understand how that can be necessary sometimes. I have done it myself more than once. Hopefully you'll get a chance to get back into it. Draw Yawgmoth off the top. So we don't quite have enough mana because we didn't draw land earlier. Otherwise, we could just slam Yawgmoth and Yawgmoth and go ham. We could play Yawgmoth, Chord of Calling for Cutthroat and then try and win next turn. So Yawgmoth, 1 mana, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have to use any of our extra mana. We can go get our 2-drop. All right, pass here. Could have attacked for 3 there. But since we're going for the Cutthroat, again, our life total, their life total aren't as important as the other cards that they're potentially putting down. Okay, so I'm going to block the Champion of the Parish with the new Yawgmoth, with a fresh one. And it'll come back untapped, so we can wait until they end step before we Chord of Calling. The freshest of wolves. We're courting for Cutthroat. Overgrown Tomb is nice. I don't think we need it right now, though. Let's just play our Yawgmoth and pass the turn. We could probably just go off, like, what instance are the humans deck going to play? I guess they could have, like, Path to Exile, which would interact with us. But we could at least, like, draw a couple cards and look at what's going on, maybe kill their Thalia's Lieutenant before they get a chance to even do that. Put a counter on Yawgmoth, sacrifice Hierarch. Is opponent F6? Doesn't look like it. Looks like they might want to interact. This is not the time for Path to Exile, opponent. Okay, so it looks like this is working. We get a Chord of Calling off the top. I think that cinches it. So we can just go get a Yawgmoth if they respond to anything. They might play, yeah, if they have Dismember, we got the Chord, so we're good. So let's see, if we have a wolf off the table, we have 1, 2, because this is still mana? No, this is not mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can go get a 2. So we should be good from one interaction. Okay, target this, sacrifice this. Let's not screw it up this time. Okay, they do have Dismember. Chord of Calling. I'll get to that later. I'm going to concentrate on this for a second. Okay, we can go get Spellskite here. But Strangleroot Geist, honestly, is just as good. Probably even better. I don't know. Okay, put a counter on Yawgmoth, sacrifice Strangleroot Geist. Put a counter on Geist, sacrifice Yawgmoth. Put a counter on Yawgmoth, sacrifice Geist. If anyone in chat remembers the earlier matchups, go ahead and help me out, help us out. But I will get to that later. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Target Wolf, sacrifice Geist. It's a bit repetitive, but it does help for me to say this out loud. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Target Wolf, sacrifice Geist. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Target Wolf, sacrifice Geist. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Keep going. Almost there. Target Wolf, sacrifice Geist. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Target Wolf, sacrifice Geist. Couple more. Target Geist, sacrifice Wolf. Let's go. One more. Target Wolf, sack Geist. GG. Whew, got there. That puts us at 4-0. Alright, so don't like the Dryad Arbor. This hand is actually awful. We have a lot of the things that we're looking for. So, you know, like, hey, we could play Geralf's Messenger and then, you know, like Eldritch Evolution and whatever, but we're not doing anything till like turn 5 or 6. I gotta mulligan this. This is better. It's not great, but it's better. At least we're on the play. Keep this and get rid of what? Probably Evolution. We just don't have any Undying Creatures. I don't want to lose these. I have not tried the Velo turns yet. Oh, speaking of red decks, here's Ragavan. Oh, nice draw. What a draw. I think that was the best draw in the deck, hands down. It's actually ridiculous how good Yawgmoth is. All right, Ragavan, what you got? What you got, Ragavan? You're a monkey. I'm a wolf. I'm gonna eat you. Esper Sentinel. Okay, good card. No attacks. Wolf beats monkey, that's right. Hapatra, we got Yawgmoth. We're looking really good here. We just got to get this Chord of Calling to resolve and go get us Yawgmoth. So let's look at... I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to it this turn, but I'm pretty sure we're there next turn. Wall of Roots plus land gets us Hapatra, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Chord, which goes and gets us a 2, which is not good. So we just play Hapatra and play Verdant Catacombs and hope that we get to Chord of Calling next turn. Yeah, Dredge seems pretty dead. Have you played against any Dredge? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Dredge. I mean, I say a long time. It's been a while. I want to play Dryad Arbor here? Probably not. I don't want to risk exposing it to removal. We'll just play Verdant Catacombs pass. Nice. No Bolt for Hapatra. I like that. If we can get Yawgmoth down, we basically win the game. It's not like locked. We don't have the combo. We can just kill all their creatures. Mr. Rabe, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Have you done any streaming lately? I don't think I've seen your name come up on my Twitch whatsits. Help me out, Proto Spice Boy. Rab. Rabe. I have not seen any Unholy Heat. Streamed at top 8 2 weeks ago. Sweet. What were you playing? Getting rid of Hapatra. Good call. So that really screws up our plans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could Chord of Calling and go get Spellskite. Or we could pass till next turn and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can still go get Yawgmoth. Velimox. Oh, nice. I think someone was just talking about that. I just wonder if I want to go get Spellskite or go get Yawg. Probably should just go get Yawg, so we'll let this happen. Oh, the Essence Warden? That's perfect. The only thing better than that would have been Yawgmoth. No, you get to draw a card, opponent. Yawgmoth. Always yield. Cool, cool, cool. Tight, tight, tight. Kill Esper Sentinel. I want to kill all your stuff and draw cards. Oh, Solitude. Getting rid of Yawgmoth, yep. We've already got Esper Sentinel targeted, so let's kill Ragavan. Get rid of Dryad Arbor. No, not in the bestest of spots. But we got a couple draws here. So yeah, that's already dying. We could draw 2 more cards, killing their Apparition, which gets us a counter. I think that's probably worth it. Just clear off our board, clear off their board. Hey there, Blake. Oh, you know, just playing some Magic. Having a good time. Do I kill the Skyclave, or do I leave it as a 1/1 and keep the Wall of Roots for mana? Yeah, I think I'm going to grab the token, lose the Wall of Roots, get an extra draw. Cool. Gain 2 life. Get the wolf back, kill their sentinel, draw another card. I've already played a land this turn, but decent actually. I like the Twilight Mire draw too there. Alright, pass turn. Not bad. If Yawgmoth can't live, nothing will live. Okay, Lurrus. So that's just a part of their deck. They're just playing Lurrus. Seems good. I haven't seen Amulet in a little while. Oh wow, Unholy Heat made Amulet tough to play. 1 mana kill Titan is really good. Prismatic Ending, getting rid of the token. And then they can dash Ragavan. Get in for some damage. They have lifelink. But I mean, Prismatic Ending hitting that token, that's not the best thing for them to hit. So we were able to save our Strangleroot Geist from getting ended. Are they going to make a Wall of Roots? They are. Ah, decent blocker. Keeps one of our creatures back. Alright, Yawgmoth, let's go. Not a Yawgmoth. I think we're just going to pass turn. Opponent's not getting any more value out of Lurrus currently. We'd have to attack with 2 creatures in order to do any damage with Wall of Roots out. And then we only have 1 blocker back. I guess 2 2 blockers. We have the Catacombs to go get... no, Dryad Arbor's already gone. We don't have Dryad Arbor anymore. Alright, I'm just going to pass back. Our aggro strategy is kind of mopey, so we're definitely better off at the combo. Another Skyclave Apparition. It's going to get rid of probably a Geist here. Yeah, so these exile effects are a huge pain, meaning that our Undying creatures just disappear. Chord of Calling would have been amazing there. Kitten on keyboard. Alright, let's let's pull a land out of the deck so we don't draw one. There is a lot of fluff in the deck, so let's pull one piece of fluff out. Young Wolf, we'll play it. Not as good as it has been in previous games. I don't think there's too much value in playing the land here. Let's keep it in hand as a bluff. You know, it could be Chord of Calling. Can play Dwarven Mines to get more 1/1s. Awesome. If only it worked with Blood Moon, because that's the only way we'd get the mountains. Block with Young Wolf, they just get to bring it right back with Luris, so it's a pretty free attack for them. Oh, and they put Yorion back in their hand, so that's going to be pretty good with the Apparition, but otherwise doesn't help out too much. I guess they can also blink the Wall of Roots to reset it. Yawgmoth. Not exactly. Maybe I should have just left this in my hand, because that's probably our best card. And now Apparition's going to take it. So red gives them Ragavan, gives them an extra color for Prismatic Ending. What else are they running red for? Is that basically it? I mean, that's probably enough. Block with Strangleroot Geist. They replay Ragavan. And here comes Yorion. So that blinks the Skyclave Apparition and the Wall of Roots, which means they get to get rid of Geralf's Messenger. Oh, they're leaving the Wall of Roots there. Why wouldn't they blink that? Oh, because it would come back to me. That's why. If they blinked Wall of Roots, it would be my creature again. Ah, terrible draw. Alright, pass back. They're going to be able to kill us pretty soon with Yorion flying in the sky. So, we're almost out of time. Need to draw Yawgmoth. Clearing out their board did buy us a lot of time, but our draws were kind of mediocre. I think we still have, like, one turn to get Yawg. but Yorion is still going to be a pain even once we get the Yawgmoth down. That's still 4 damage coming in the air. Sure. What kind of sword? Oh, if they have Feast and Famine? Okay, it's just Sophie. Feast and Famine would be a problem. They can put that on Yorion, though, and that gets to kill our creatures. Or deal us extra damage. So this is our last turn coming up. What are they going to target with a sword? Okay, they're getting rid of Strangleroot Geist. We do still have 2 Undying creatures and the ability to reset them. We have lots of mana. So if we can get Yawgmoth off the top, we might still have a chance. Nope. We used up all of our luck. Alright, next game. So let's see here. Fatal Push seems okay. Grist seems okay. Endurance is no. Force of Vigor, no. Baloth, no. Void Mirror, no. Blessing, no. Veil of Summer, no. Thoughtseize, no. Okay, so we're going to want to keep Spellskite. Reclamation Sage is so-so in the matchup. I mean, like, it hits the Aether Vial, which is fine. But we don't necessarily need it. I'm fine taking out one of our Strangleroot Geists and maybe one of our Messengers. I want to keep the Spellskite to try and protect our Yawg. They can play Rest in Peace. Very true. Should definitely keep the one of Rec Sage in then. I think we get rid of another Strangleroot Geist for that one. We're not going to be attacking in for wins in the combat here. Let me check how our mana curve is doing. Our 2-drop slot is really weak. We've got a lot of 3s. Yeah, they could have Blood Moon in there as well. That's very true. Do we actually want to go in on some Force of Vigor then? Because we've seen they have like swords and stuff. They have the Aether Vials. Force of Vigor might be good enough. Think they typically run Magus of the Moon rather than Blood Moon, so we would not want Force of Vigor then. But I think it's still fine for the Rec Sage. Looks like we got 60 cards. So I guess let's try this. I would very, very rarely cut Young Wolf. It's a 1-mana combo piece. Cutting Young Wolf would mean like I'm just giving up on the combo, basically. Yeah, don't underestimate the wolf. It's an incredibly important piece of this deck. This hand is okay. It's not great. We can get to turn 2 Wall of Roots, and then play Geralf's Messenger turn 3. It's alright. We'll keep it. We get a lot of mana very quickly. Okay, fair enough. If you're giving up on comboing fast, you usually cut them. Ooh, Prismatic Ending on our Ignoble Hierarch immediately. Okay, well, so much for our fast mana, but we still do get to play Wall of Roots, so let's do that. Pass back. And we get to play Geralf's Messenger and Khalni Garden next turn. If we play Yavimaya, Wall of Roots, we can actually play Wall of Roots and Geralf's Messenger next turn, so that's even better. It does mean that they get access to green mana on their side, which makes their prismatic endings a little bit better. So Stoneforge goes and gets Kaldra Complete. Or as I used to call it, Compliat. Because I don't know how to say words. Dennis Blizzard, thanks for the follow, friend. Oh, we got a Geist here. Not bad, not bad. So we could go... I think we still just play, like... If we have the opportunity to play Wall of Roots, Geralf's Messenger, that's probably the best play. You're an advocate for Compliat? Sweet. Alright. Got our 3 black mana. Here's a Geralf's Messenger. And we'll pass the turn back. Got so much mana available. Khalni Garden is going to be good for Collected Company if we can draw one. Just got to get that Yawgmoth, though. All about that Yawg. Okay, here comes the Living Weapon. Take the damage. Good card, please. Fatal Push. Not ideal in this situation, I would say. Well, it's not like it has lifelink. So we can get in for 5. We can race. Oh, no path? Ah, oh, brutal. Oh, so much for racing. We haven't lost a permanent, so Fatal Push isn't going to actually work on our Geralf's Messenger, right? Right. Alright. Yeah, we have Yavimaya, so we get Swamp. Attacking for 2. I mean, that's not blocking much damage, right? This has Trample, so if we try and put Strangleroot Geist in front of it, we just prevent 1 damage. We do get a stronger creature out of it. It does come back as a 3/2. Because damage happens, the creature dies, and the trigger on the Compliat isn't going to work. I think we probably just have to Fatal Push this Giver of Ruins. Because otherwise Fatal Push isn't really going to work after this. I'm just going to use the mana while we have it. Chord of Calling, yes! Okay. So we can go get Yawg, which does put us in a situation where we're able to start doing things. We can like start drawing cards, try to find another piece to potentially win, but we're missing like 2 pieces, right? We're not quite there yet. Grist isn't really going to do anything. Unfortunately, we cannot destroy the Compliat. I think we're probably just going to, like, block this with Wall of Roots and then go get Yawg. What could we be drawing here? So how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have 4 mana left? That's a lot. Go get Yawgmoth. Target... we'll target the Stoneforge Mystic first. Sacrifice Geist. Okay, we're doing stuff. They haven't responded. We get a Hierarch. Nice. So let's see here. We'll target Geist, sacrifice plant. Nice. This isn't quite the win, but this is really good. We might be able to set up the win for next turn. Target, Germ, sacrifice Geist. Get Grist. Okay. So I'm thinking we proliferate twice. Kill the Mystic, make the Germ a 2/2. Just take 2, go to 3, and then try and win the game. We're going to have to discard Grist and Ignoble Hierarch, but we'll still have Eldritch Evolution. Ooh, Stoneforge Mystic is activating. Getting a Batter Skull. I'm going to want to put a counter on that Batter Skull. Target, target, target. We leave only one counter on the Geist here so that we can reset it. If we put 2 counters on it, we don't get to reset it, and then it could die. Okay, and I think we just pass here. Verdant Catacombs could go get Dryad Arbor, which is pretty good. Ooh, you mean the Hapatra? Okay, so they're going to equip this thing with Batter Skull. Woof. That's bad. I did not think of that. They did me a bamboozle. Okay, so... so this is going to be a 7. We can knock it down to a 6. Block it with Yawgmoth, but that's still not good. This might kill us. We don't double the counters, we just add a counter. I think we do have to kill it, though. -1 counter onto Germ, sacrifice. Actually, hold on, cancel that. Make a mana first. Okay. -1 counter on Germ, sacrifice Wall of Roots.
-1 counter on Germ, sacrifice a creature. Okay, and then Proliferate. Proliferate's getting some work done. We're at 2 life. Rex Sage, what a draw. Get rid of that Batter Skull. I think we can just actually Grist here. I did tap my mana wrong, but I'm kind of rushing. We do have an easy block, though, so it shouldn't be a problem. Don't have... Oh, man. This could be bad. I tapped my mana wrong. Hopefully we don't get punished. We are way low on time, though. We might actually time out this match. Okay, so we Rex Sage, then we can Evolution and go get what? Oh, they can save the Batter Skull, bring it back to their hand. Yep, good point. Go get a 2 or a 3. Hapatra could be pretty good. I actually don't mind just going and getting Cutthroat immediately. Oh, Cutthroat is gone. Did I not take up Grist? I did take up Grist. Okay. Yeah, we sacrificed the insect token that was summoning sick to get Hapatra. There it is. Ah, the Grist put Cutthroat to graveyard. That's how it happened. Okay. So they're almost at the point where they can Kaldra onto the thingamajig here. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's very true. I am going to time out. But we're going to play as well as we can, as fast as we can, and we'll end up with a 4-1. We might actually just lose to these as well. Really need, like, a superb draw to be able to get anywhere from here. Not exactly ideal. Let's cash that one in immediately. Draw a card. Damn. Okay. So we can destroy the Batterskull. Kill the Yorion. Six creatures in graveyard. Think we lose this one here. Good run, though. Kill Batterskull. Sacrifice Insect. Kill Yorion. Think Essence Warden was the get? Probably. Yeah, you're probably right. I was kind of like thinking about the Zulaport, and then, oh, we're at 2 mana, let's get Hapatra, but get those extra life points so we can start using Yawgmoth again. Because now we only get 1 draw, but like, this thing's about to kill us with Trample. I don't think there's anything we can do here, because we could get a counter onto it, and then we could drop it to 3. They can only give it protection from 1 color, but if they give it protection from black, we block with Rec Sage, we block with Hierarch, and damage still gets through. We got the snake, but the snakes are... Oh, it's a green creature. Okay, that might work. What do we sacrifice to put the counter onto the germ? That's another thing. We would have to get rid of one of our green creatures, and then we have the same problem again. Where were we at? We're at 1 life, and the but we do get a draw. But being at 1 life, like, we're not going to get anything really where we can get out of that. We need to be at 2 life for Yawgmoth to start working. We already used Grist. Had to kill the Yorion because they had a flyer. We were just dead. All right. Let's draw a card. See what we get. Do we sacrifice the Rec Sage? I think so, right? Keep the mana. It has the same amount of toughness. If we kill the Giver of Ruins, we can block the germ. Yeah, but we still die anyway. Don't think we can draw anything to get out of this, but let's draw a card. Okay, it's just a land anyway. Okay, great league. Great league. Unfortunately, we missed the trophy, but we did get a 4-1, which is very impressive. I think those were some pretty fantastic matches. Had a lot of fun with them. Had some interesting interactions. Hapatra was fantastic. Yawgmoth combo. One of my favorite decks in Modern. I've been playing it since Once Upon a Time. Very much enjoying it. After Once Upon a Time was banned, I did put it down for a little while, but I noticed that some people were continuing to play it. Tom Ross, for example, Squat Chief played it a couple times, so I decided to pick it up again. And I mean, I've always loved this deck. I continue to love it. I think that it's in a pretty good spot in the meta right now. And I also, like, I really appreciate a deck that has an I win condition. So I want to be able to set myself up so that I can start my turn and win the game. We can, do that through attacking with creatures, sure, but we also have the combo we were able to set up with our Undying Creatures and Yawgmoth and just immediately take a game with Chord of Calling once they tap out to do something. So the sideboard, and the deck as well. I've played a lot of different Yawgmoth decks, but I actually grabbed this list from Hoogland's stream that was on just the other day. I believe he 5-0'd with this list, so I took that and I just made a couple of small alterations. I switched a Wall of Roots for a Spellskite in the main, switched one of the lands, I don't remember which one, I think it was probably Twilight Mire, for a second Bird of Paradise, and then I switched out Obstinate Baloth and Kitchen Finks. I think Baloth is currently very good in the format, and since we are not playing Ivy Lane Denizen, I want to play Obstinate Baloth. Otherwise, very satisfied with the sideboard. I'm getting a little bit more in tune with the spell board as opposed to the Silver Bullet creature board. I still do intend to return to the bullet board at some point, but right now the spell boards are making a lot of sense, I think.